but like I wouldn't bet on it, bro. Wow, okay. What? What?
That was like right after 26. Like, what the heck?
Oh my god. MD almost predicted it, bro. What? What? No, what do I even do, bro? Why am I still playing this? Hey guys, so that run you just saw was basically the last thing I did on the level up to this point. The days following 30% were quite uneventful in terms of progress, and even though I was getting a little more consistent at the first drop part, it didn't really help me at all, because I knew I was just that close to achieve my goal, which was 31%. So in the 1 month that followed, I decided to take a break from streaming and playing Reference entirely, because I realized that I really wasn't having fun at all, and that kind of destroyed me, honestly. A few of you may be aware that the level is currently being rebalanced, but I never went into much detail as to why I made this decision in the first place. Just a warning, this may take a while to explain. My goal for Reference was kind of deep, but not really that deep. It was made to be my first ever list demon, my first ever creator points, and my first ever extreme demon verification. But I realized that this goal put a lot of pressure on me, and the level itself has been shifting me away from that because of the decisions I had made before I took a break. I really buffed this level a lot, and I still thought it was just barely harder than Slaughterhouse, but I guess I was really wrong about that. On the other end, my vision for Reference was quite simple, actually. I want this level to be something people will play and will think to themselves, like, this level's really hard, but I could probably beat it if I really tried. Or something like, maybe in a couple of years I'll be good enough to beat this level. Or in other words, I want Reference to be a level that many players will try to jump to, similar to Unknown or even Slaughterhouse. However, recently this has shifted to more of just, this is impossible, I'm never beating this, you know, like that kind of thing, which I guess makes sense considering how much I buffed the level. I don't know, maybe that's a good thing. A lot of players say that about levels they eventually beat. I know I thought the same about Sonic Wave when I first played it all the way back in like 2022. It felt impossible. Yet 3 years later, I was able to overcome the level and call it my hardest for over a year. Reference should be a reference for people to look at, whether that's for decoration or gameplay, and I think I did a good enough job in that aspect, though it could have been a lot better, but I don't really care at this point. I've done everything I can to make the level look as nice as it could, without straying from the vision I have for each part. Sometimes I worry that this level isn't good enough, and it won't get rated, so that explains the Deco update that happened a while back. Sometimes I also worry that no one will even see the level, or any of the progresses that I achieved on it, which definitely hurts a lot, and it very frequently feels like something that's completely out of my control. But honestly, if the people I actually know and value can appreciate and recognize my efforts, then that's all I really need to be happy with. What I'm trying to say is that Reference was never supposed to be this hard. Not top 25, not harder than Slaughterhouse, like not even main list. In fact, the original layout for this level was around Zodiac difficulty, which, looking at this level now, it seems unfathomable. Everyone who played the level always said that the level felt way harder than anything they had ever played before. I didn't really believe them, but after I got 30, I began to realize that they might have been right. So I hit up a previous playtester of the level, Chubstubs. She's a very talented and underrated player, being in the top 150 players in the world at the time of saying this, and also being the #1 player in Guernsey. And basically what I did is I asked her to play the latest version of the level and to give me a good difficulty estimate of the level and how the gameplay itself affects it. I say finished copy because she was actually one of the very first playtesters of reference, as she found the level through one of the shorts I'd posted about my decoration progress. So I had her play the level before we was even finished. I think it was like 93% done at the time. Basically, what happened after that is that Chubstubs offered to rebalance reference to be more fair, since she claimed that the level in its current state felt like a top 10, and that the gameplay would work a lot better if it was nerfed to extendless difficulty, which is like top 75. As a reference, top 10 is like, it's like Bubo Wamba or something. Obviously, I instantly said yes, and I let her absolutely nuke the level. You may think that was a bad decision, but all the new changes so far play so much better than the old version, and many people would probably call that a disgrace to level, nerfing it so much and leaving all of my previous progress in shambles. But honestly, I think I did the level dishonor just by buffing it so much in the first place, and I'm very proud to say that I don't feel regretful in the slightest about the decision to nerf reference. Again, I have to extend my gratitude to Chubstubs for taking time to play through the level and make it better to play. It really means a lot to me. But I'm sorry for ranting so much about this, but I really do care about the level a lot. And I'm sorry to those who wanted to see reference in the top 25, but I'm just not willing to do that. When everything is finished though, I'll post another update, since that's probably when I'll start playing the level again, but this is all I can say for now. Okay, bye guys.